party people. Hello, it's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I'm here today with my special tea. Okay, I've got my tea. And we are working with Soft Flex today. I'm downstairs, so I still got my little headband on because my ears are cold. So listen, here's the deal. For all you Soft Flex lovers, if you got the specialty design challenge kit, it's already been launched. I did an unboxing. I think it came out in the Soft Flex blog, so you can check there if you missed out on that. But anyways, today we're going to make a project. So the project that I decided to make is I want to do a purse charm. Okay, so but with a little twist. Okay, so we're going to be doing a lot of different bits and pieces and parts. I have a bag of leather. I have a mismatchy bag of leather scraps. I have some paint markers because you know. I have the kit, obviously. I have got this guy for my purse charm doings. And yeah, so we're going to jump into it. Excuse me. There's going to be a little bit of leather doings. There's going to be a little bit of wire wrapping. There's going to be a little bit of stringing. All the things. Because, you know, mixed media is my favorite. It is also Saturday. No, Sunday. Is it Sunday? It's the weekend. I think it's Sunday. It's Sunday. So, yeah. If you hear some commotion going on, don't be alarmed. The cats are upstairs and they are on one today. Mr. Bunsen and Miss Winter are just doing all the most today. I don't know why. So, let's jump down to the mat. Get this party started. All right, y'all. Look at this mess of a desk I got going on here. This is my mess of a desk segment. But we're just going to zoom in. We're just going to pretend like that doesn't exist. Okay, there you go. That's how you do it. So here you go. This is our kit. So we did reveal this kit the other day. This is from Soft Flex. You can run over to softflexcompany.com, grab yours up. I think when I looked, they still had a couple. Don't mind that. I was getting my paint markers ready to go, as you know, things and stuff. So there you go, softflexcompany.com. I will also list all the things down in the description of this video. So if you are unaware, this launched on February 28th, and you have until February 28th till March 25th, I believe, to post your designs made with this kit on the Soft Flex VIB Studio Facebook group with the hashtag TEA to enter to win a future kit. So if you have not been a part of that, you might want to give her a whirl. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to make a cute little fun little purse charm. Now, to start this out, here's what you need to know. We're going to use the beads. But you can use these other things that I'm going to add in, the leather, this little guy. You can use whatever you want, okay? So that's the fun part about doing these mixed media projects. So I chose this guy. I have no idea where this came from. It was in my doings. But you could use anything. You could use just a larger lobster claw. You could use just this and then put a link on it. Okay, camera. You know, whatever you got. You got a key ring, you got something, you need something, okay? So get you something. That's going to be our base. So I'm going to go with this one. And then to start out, I think that I will start out doing my leather pieces and create my tassel first, and then I will add beads as we go along. So I am going to attempt this situation. I gotta get this guy out of there. Okay, and then as part of our focal point, we are going to use this guy, this cute little guy, as our focal point. Now, you could do a lot of stuff to this. You could add some color. You could use some patina paint, oil paint, alcohol ink, whatever you want to do. I don't know if I'm going to add color to mine because I'm going to add color to my leather. So that is the goings-on with that. So basically, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get out our scrap leather. again, if you don't have scrap leather, that's fine. You don't need it. You could use any kind of ribbon. If you have some sari silk, if you have some leftover fairy silk, if you don't have any of that, not to worry. You're going to go to your donation bin that you're sending to the thrift store, and you're going to pull out a t-shirt, a pair of jeans, something, and you're going to rip off pieces of fabric. You're going to fray them out, and you're going to use that, because denim is always a good choice, okay? But here we go. So I'm just going to grab up some pieces here. I've got, this is all just, I don't know, random pieces of stuff. So we're going to grab up some stuff. We're going to make a tassel, okay? That's the plan. I like this thick one. I feel like that would give me more opportunity for stuffing things. Then I want to have maybe like a little round one, so I can put some beads on there. What is this? Is this 1 or 1.5? I get scared. It's 1.5. Okay, that's fine. We got some 2. We'll use that. Are we going to use this little chunk? That's kind of not what I want. All right, so let's start there. Oh, here's a blue one. Do I want blue? No. Oh, but maybe a brown. Brown would be good. Let's get some of that out here. All right, so we're going to start with this, okay? Easy peasy, lemon squeeze. We're going to have a zip of our tea. We're going to get painting. So, you can paint before, you can paint after. As a matter of fact, I think I will paint after. I'm just laying these out like so. Okay. Put this guy in there. Okay, I'm just laying them out flat like this. All right. So once you have all of this craziness, what you're going to do is you are going to make some choices here. So do I want to use all of these? Do I not want to use all of these? Is this one too long? Do I want to double it up? As a matter of fact, you know what? I think I might. If I double it up, that's kind of a lot. So I'm going to take some out. I'm going to take out one of these really thick guys. Oh, it's the same one. Okay. Okay. So I might even take out, do I like this gray one? I can hear winter meowing. I'm going to take out this other tan one. Alright. So now you got to decide. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 pieces. I'm going to double them up. It's going to give me 14 pieces. Now that's kind of a lot, and it's not for everybody. But as if you have seen my purses, I love a big tassel. Okay, so I'm going to make mine long as I can get it without everything being crazy town, because that's just what I'm into. So I kind of want to make sure that these are at least a little bit even on each side. Of course, I will trim this side. All right, so we're going to call this the middle, and I'm going to go ahead and take this guy. And I'm going to put all these ends in there ever so carefully. Okay. And this one. And they're not even right now. That's not the point. Okay. So you're going to get them up here. There we go. So now I have this. So now what I'm going to want to do is I'm just going to make sure that up the top here, they're laying kind of straight. You know, we don't want too much craziness going on. Not too much craziness. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of tuck this little guy underneath some of these bigger ones just to protect him a little bit. All right. There we go. Okay. So for the time being, just as a placeholder, I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to tie these into place just with an overhand knot. This is just temporary. It is not for, it's not for anything permanent. Okay. Because we are going to wire wrap this. Now, wire. I am going to end up, they sent us some mixed metal, so I am going to do a mixed metal doing. My thing here is gold, so I think I will go with silver 22 gauge from Softlex. Whew, we're running low. Okay, and I'm going to get probably, just about a foot of this, maybe a little bit more, because we're going to do some wrapping up here. So now I'm just going to kind of make sure these are all kind of laying the way I want them to lay. And if they're not, you can kind of pull them down here so they're laying the way you want. I want that little guy to be kind of tucked in here. He's not cooperating very well. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to take this and we're just going to start wrapping. So you start out with this wrap. It's going to be a little awkward. Okay, you're just going to wrap around once, wrap around twice, wrap around 3 times. And then you're going to take this side and you're going to go the opposite direction. Okay? You're going to wrap, wrap, wrap. And I'm going to go this way. Bring that guy to the back. Okay. So now, right here, oh, I hear the police. Right here, as you can see, I still have about a little bit left to wrap around. What I'm going to do right here is I'm going to take my round nose. We'll see if this is going to work. I'm going to wrap a loop. Okay, there's one. And I'm going to wrap another loop. 2. And another one. 3. Okay. So now I got these loops. They're facing out this way. Try to get my camera to focus. There we go. They don't have to be perfect. And I'm going to leave them just like that for now until I wrap this all around. So I'm going to go over the top of those loops. And I'm going to take this other wire and I'm going to go over the top of them. And put that in the back. And then this one I'm going to go to the bottom. Okay. And I'm just going to keep going like this until I get these little wires around to the back. It's about as far as I can go, I think. Okay. So there they are. And then right here, we're going to start doing our business. Now, what I like to do is I like to go to the side. And this way I can kind of twist and get to a point where I can tuck this wire inside the leather. So I'm just going to twist it. You don't want to twist it too much because it'll break. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open, oh, I got to take this off. I'm going to take this off. Okay. And I'm going to open this leather up. And I'm going to put this tail kind of inside there. I'm going to squish it in. I'm going to go into the middle of the leather and cut. As you can see, this one already broke off. I'm going to take this and I'm going to spin it up in a circle so that if it were to come loose, it was not going to jump out and poke anybody. And then we're just going to take our plier and we're just kind of going to shove it up inside there so that it is protected. Okay. Alrighty. So now that we are here, we're just going to kind of come in here with our plier. We're going to push everything down on each side of these loops. We're going to see where we're sitting with this wire that broke off. No, it's fine. Okay. Alright, so we are halfway done with our little tassel guy. So now what I'm going to do is I got to get rid of this excess. Now I do want this to be long and I don't know if I want it to be even. So for the time being, I'm going to do a tentative cut down here of just these extra craziness so that I can get rid of all of this. I'll put this back in the bag. Alright, we are on it. We are on it. On it, on it, on it. Okay, so you want to make sure, because we got those little leathers in there, you do want to make sure that these are biting in, right? And they're tight. So when you pull on this, little wires, they're not sliding down. So these look pretty good. Okay, now to these little wires, they're leathers. To these little leathers, we're going to add beads, right? That's why they're on there. So I'm not too terribly worried about those. I'm not going to worry about putting any snazziness on those. But what I am going to do right now is I am going to go with my paint markers. These are the 3 paint markers that I chose. So here's the thing. You can use a lot of different stuff for this to paint on leather. So I am using 2 different types of paint markers. These ones are called Elmer's paint. Okay, honestly, I don't remember where these came from. I don't know. This one is called T5 paint. Now these I got from my friend. She sent me these for my last birthday. And those I think you can order on Amazon. I'm sure you could probably order these on Amazon too. The important part about paint markers when you're using on leather is you want to make sure that they are oil based. Okay, so these are all oil based. It'll say permanent. I don't know if you can see. It's not focusing. It says permanent, streak free, oil based paint. This one here, oil based paint. Okay, you could also use your patina paints. You could use just regular old oil paints. Whatever you have, you wanted to make sure that is oil paint. Okay, that's the moral of the story. So we're just going to jump in here. We're going to shake these up. And the reason I'm using the markers today and not the patinas is simply because I was lazy and I didn't want to shake them all up. And this is going to be a little easier to control. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to start putting some dots on this black leather in this metallic gold. There's no rhyme or reason to this. You just do what you want. Okay. Doing little polka dots all over. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. Easy peasy. Okay. So there's that one. I am going to put a couple up here just for funsies. Okay, on this round wire. It's not wire, Randy. It's leather. Okay, on this leather, I'm going to do just a little smidge around. A little color blocking, if you will. I don't know how much kind of beads we're going to put on here, but that ain't the point. A little color blocking up here. Okay, now a thing to remember with these oil paints is that they do take a little hot minute to dry. Okay, so FYI on that. Over here on this gray one, I think I'll do some stripes. You get over there. Quit being in my way. Doing some stripes. Okay, I'll go down here, do a couple more. Now I don't know that I will keep all this length, but if I do, I want to make sure that it's cute. Okay, right here, I'm going to go the other way. There we go. I better do a couple up here. Ta-da! Now it kind of looks like a chevron situation. I better make this one a little bigger. There we go. All right, that one's done. Now you don't have to paint all of them, but you know, it's up to you. So I'm going to come over here to this brown one, and I'll just do some more little spots. This one I'll just be like, boop, just in a line. Cool. Dun dun dun. Here's that same brown one. I think up here, cool. Alright, so I'm going to stop with the gold. Although the gold is fun because it's metallic, right? Okay. And I'm going to do a little bit of green. Now on the green, you can do on the same one, a little bit of green if you want to. It's up to you. Do what you want. You don't have to do a lot. You can do a lot if you want. You don't have to. I'm going to do this white one. I think I'll do stripes on the white one. The white's a little more runny than the others. I'm sorry, the green. Let's do a little bit there. Now, this thing is just, it's kind of rough, so I'm just going to cut it off because I don't need, oh, well, I don't need rough. Okay, I'll do some dots over here. Boop, 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 boop. Let's do a little green on this guy. Just not color blocking, just up the whole thing. Just the whole thing. A little smidge of color. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but I can in real life. A little over here. Okay, this is the fun part, okay, in case you're like, Wendy, what's happening? This is the fun part, where I get to do all the funness. I'm just going to color on this a little bit. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. It doesn't matter if it is even the same on each one. I mean, you can make them the same if you want to. It's up to you. This one is deerskin lace. Super cute. We just want a little bit of something. Now here's the back of this. I am going to do some spots over here. Alright. That's probably enough with the green. Let's move on to the white. Now I will tell you, white is not my favorite to work with because it can be, sometimes, yeah, see, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. So, not because it's the marker, just because white is a little finicky sometimes. So, let me start down here and see what we get. Oh, it's not too bad. It can be a little bit, I don't know why some of the white paint, yeah, it's like splattering all over the place. Some of it can be a little bit, you know, iffy. So on this one here, I'm going to do in some white, just a little bit, just a little pop color. Obviously, if you're using lighter colors on dark leather, it's going to look nice, right? Let's do a little here. And a little bit here. Maybe a little over here. Doo-doo-doo. All right. So there we go. So then you're going to give this little hot second to dry up. In the interim, I'm just going to hang it over here. Of course, like, you know, if they're touching, it's whatever, because it's just supposed to be crazy town. So you're going to give this little hot second to dry up. I'm going to put it over here so it can dry. Don't fall down. Okay, so that is the end of our leather doing portion for now. So now what we're going to do, I have a zip on my tea. So this little guy here, let me zoom in. This little guy here is going to be part of our like focal point on the tassel. I will probably put him up towards the top of the tassel, right? So I'm going to do that. And then these are all the beads that they've provided. Okay. So we are going to use our soft flex beading wire. Let's get these guys open. Now these large hole, we're going to be able to use on the leather. So we'll see where we can put those. We also have these two cage beads or mesh beads, which are large hole, and we'll be able to put those on the leather as well, hopefully. And then we probably won't use all those. I would like to do just one strand, just one full strand of these fire polish. So I am going to get them ready to rock. Let me do it like this. Dun, dun, dun. It just helps my camera focus a little better when I have, because I am a girl who has craziness on the mat. You know me. Okay, so we do have all of these. Now I am going to do, I'm going to get my soft flex here. And I'm going to get a little smidge of this. I'm going to get kind of a longer piece, and the reason for this is because I'm going to double up on the soft flex. You could do a crimp tube here if you want, but for safety, I'm going to do a double up. And what I am going to do is I'm going to put something cute at the bottom of this, in this little loop. I don't know what exactly it is that I'm going to put there. Let me look. Oh, I could do a cage. We could do one of these crystals, you know, like I had, yeah, let's use one of these. I had said that in my unboxing that mine were a little beat up, and that's fine for this particular scenario because it's going to get beat up anyway when I put it on my purse, right? So that's kind of the deal. It's like every bead has a place, every place has a thing, you know, that whole endeavor. I think we should go with gold wire. Ball head pins, where are you at? There we go. So I did the wrap in silver. We're doing a mixed metal, so I'm just grabbing up a ball head pin. So I'm going to wrap this guy, and is there any spacers? Oh, there is. A couple spacers. And not really what I was wanting for this. So, let me see. I just would like a little bumper here under this crystal. Something. I need a little something. I've got my bead soup out. But because this is kind of an oval shaped bead, it can't be, you know, too round. It's got to be a little little something else. I don't know what all's in here. But this is another one of the, that's cute. This is another one of those, hey, here's a charm. Another one of those fun things where it's like, hey, where it's like you can get your bead soup out and just go to town and have fun. It's supposed to be fun. Is that one going to fit? No. This is a good way to use the bead soup. And I will say that most of these bead soup that I'm using here in this metal, these are mostly from Jesse James. So kind of goes along with the theme we're doing. However, I am not finding anything that I just can't live without. There's a bee. We're finding some interesting charms. Oh, upside to everything. I'm looking around the desk. I'm like, no, we don't have that. Okay, one second. Here we go. You know me, just live and die in these little tiny spaceroos. I just can't. I just love them. Alright. So, we're going to put that on there. Just give this guy a little flat. So this is the one that kind of had a beat up hole. So I'm just going to put that on the bottom. So it's giving it a little flat platform to stand on. So I think that'll be good for us. Now, do I want to put anything on top of this? I'll put one on top. You know, hey, why not? We'll put that on there. Alright, so we'll wrap this guy up. Bum, bum, bum. Doo-doo-doo-doo. As a matter of fact, you know what? Sorry. I was just thinking and then I got distracted and was not in the camera. I was going to use this link to put this guy on, but I just remembered that I'm going to be having that big spoon at the top, and I think this might distract from that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put it on originally the way we said we would, which is with the soft flex wire. So I'm just going to thread this guy on. Again, marry up because we're going to double up, right? Now, I will say that I think I want to put a crimp tube on here. Just to, because it's going to always be hanging down, right? Gravity. And I don't want these beads to mess up this little circle down here and push on it. So I want it to look nice when it's hanging, so I'm going to put a crimp bead. Just a little bit of a loop, you can see that. Just a little loop. So by putting this crimp bead, I'm going to protect this loop. So this loop will always be this way, so that this can move around, you know, nothing crazy. You don't have to put a crimp bead, but if you don't, the beads are going to push down on this loop, and then this isn't going to be able to move as freely. Okay? So that's up to you. You do you. I'm doing me. That's what we're doing. Or crimp it. Now. We crimp. And I think this crimp tube is good enough for, we might have to put a crimp cover. We'll see how it looks. So it is going to block up these beads here. Why is my camera being so complex today? So it is big enough to block this bead from coming down. So you wouldn't have to put a cover. I don't think I will. You can if you want to. It's up to you. I'm going to put a couple of beads. Now I'm using this soft flex on both strands, okay? I'm just acting like they're one strand, and I'm putting it on here. Now, I found these little charms. Why not? Get your wings on there. Get your heart has wings on there, girl. And I'm just going to put them all. Boop. Well, not all of them, because our tassel is not that long, but I'm going to put all of the same bead. I love a big fire polish, I'm not going to lie. It's one of my favorites. I feel like check glass fire polish is high quality, it's really versatile. You can use it on a lot of things. And I really like to use it for stringing. That's just me. I'm going to go ahead and throw this little, whatever this guy is in here, just for fun. What does it want to do? Alright. So now I'm going to see where we're at with length, because I'll still have to tie this off and everything. Let me zoom out a little bit. Oh, that's the wrong way. I'll still have to do a crimp up here and probably add a jump ring, so we're going to get a little more length than this. But, oops. Alright. I want to see where we're sitting here. That's pretty good. I assume this will be probably one of my longer strands. I could go a little more, honestly. I'm going to keep a lot of this length, I ain't going to lie to you. I'm going to go a couple more. So let me just, I know you're like, Randy, what's happening right now? Okay, so here, look at this. Got this on there. Okay, that's where we're going with it. See the vision. See the vision. So I'm going to go a couple more. I think I could go maybe 3 or 4 even. Excuse me. 2. Get in there, you. 3. Okay, that's pretty good. And then I think, because it's going to be down, you know, that's too many. I'm going to put, I'm going to put a different bead on the top here. Let me see what I got. Just because I got to bring both those wires down. Kind of want to hide them a little bit. I don't really have the greatest of options here, to be honest with you. These are all pretty small. I don't know if I could get through there with 4 of these strands. Let me take a look. It might be. Oh yeah, I was doubtful for no reason. Okay, so that's an option. What about this guy? This guy's got a little weight to him. I would like this one, of course. Nope, that's not an option. Alright, we're going with this guy. Gonna use up one of these jump rings they gave us. And we're gonna zoom in. Zoom, 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 zoom. There we go. And I'm gonna put this on the top. Crimp tube here. I do like that they send a lot of the size 2 crimp tubes. When you're using the medium, you gotta use size 2. And I do like that. I like that for me. Oh, what am I doing? I took this off. Okay, so put that on there. Put the crimp tube. Put the jump ring. This is open, right? Yeah, it does. I didn't check, so I was like, oh, I better check. Put that on there. We're going to run this back. Run it back. Run it back. Oop. You get it there. Are we going to have to switch to a 3? Let's see what it says. Oh no. It's good. It's good, good, good. All right, and then through this bead here, and then once we got it all in there, we can adjust it as needed. So I'm going to then move this up here, just like up in the middle, so that this can have a little bit of space to move around. And I do want this. All right. We're going to crimp. And spin. Can't see. There we go. Not the best of crimps today, but it is what it is. Give it a trim. There we go. Everything is moving good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on these two pieces here. I'm going to use two of these because I'm scared. Where is this open at? Oh, right there. Ding. Okay, so now we have created these little loops inside here. I'm going to put this one in the middle. Now if you feel like whatever you've made might be too heavy for these little loops, don't worry, you can always just attach it to the regular old wire. Okay. I'm going to see if I can't get two of these babies on there. Oop. Not in that one, in this one. Take a little finagle in here. But, oh. I was going to say, but we got it, but that's not true. Let me start there and go down. Oh yeah, way better. Okay, so. Hey-oh. Okay, so there's one. Now we got to put on our beading. Onto this side. Hey, I like the way we're going with this. Okay, so now we're going to make a little dangly bit for the other side. I do like this little crystal on there. Now that crystal's going to get some wear and tear. It is what it is, you know. We're also going to put beads onto these little strands. So let's see what we got for that. What I'm thinking I want to do is I want to use these tile beads and do a strand of those on maybe some wire. That could be fun. I like that. Let's start with that. Okay, so we use the tile beads. 1 second. I'm jumping in my stash here just because I want a little bit of color separation with this. I don't know if I have any other tile beads. Let me see. My friends online sent me quite a few like bead weaving type beads because I guess they want me in there. So here's some black and teal. I think that'll go good. So I'm gonna add those. Give myself a little option for colors, just to give it some color blocking kind of situation. Okay, these are Mayuki. Actually, I think these might be from TF, honestly. Don't know. But I think they're going to look cute. I better have a few more of these teal. I'm not going to use a bunch of them. I'm just going to use enough where you can kind of tell that this isn't just all gold. You know what I mean? So let's see what we got. What is this? This looks like a 20. That looks like a 26 gauge. That's a little small. Can we get a 22 in here? I don't even know. Oh yeah. Okay. We're going to use 22 gold soft flex wire here. And I'm going to need a little bit because it goes up both sides. So I got to have like a foot-ish. Like a foot-ish. Now maybe we should put, just like on the other one, maybe we should put a drop on here. That could be cute. Let's see what we got for a drop. Well, we have this other guy. We've already got one of those on here. How about a... Oh. Oh. I was like, oh, we'll put this rose. This doesn't have a hole in it. Okay, so no, not that. We could do one of these check glass. Or one of these guys. I think we'll do one of these. Those would make cute earrings though, so I don't really want to break them up. Let's do one of these. Let's do one of these check glass guys. That'll be fine. I kind of want to. It's a little something. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Gonna give it a little bit of a wash. It's not supposed to be super crazy, but I want to bring out these, whatever they got, the button, the filigree type looking stuff on there. And I'm gonna rub it around so it looks like a wash. Just to bring out the details a little bit. I should maybe do a little more on that side, honestly. Alright. Cool. Here we go. So we gotta wrap that up. We need a head pin. I'm going to use a silver head pin for this one. Just because we used gold on the other side. And let's have one of these sparkly doodads. Is that going to... no, I don't care for that. It's hanging over the top of the bead. Yeah, alright. We'll just go with this, I guess. Just this is good. Okay. So we're going to wire wrap this bad boy. Just so you know, this paint, I'm sorry if it's not focusing, this paint is already dry. So what's on my fingers is just from me touching it before. Okay, so there we go. Now the idea here is we're going to, let me zoom out a little. We're going to take this wire, the 22 gauge soft flex, and we're just going to get ourselves going like this. This loop-de-loo on the end, kind of looks like a bobby pin. I'll put this bad boy on there. And then we're going to come up here to the top. And let's see, the same loop situation. I don't know. I'll try it. We'll see how it goes. Might have to do a twist down there at the bottom. Let me try putting this first tile bead on. See what we get. I think it'll be fine. It's kind of creating its own little loop there. Alright, so now I think I'll do, I mean, you can do a pattern. I'm going to do a pattern so that it kind of gives it a little bit of a, almost like a, I don't know what to say here, like a color block, almost like a chevron look. So I'm going to do maybe 3 of these guys. I feel like I'm plugging my plug-in into the outlet. There we go. Like 3 of these guys, and then I'll do a teal, no, a black. It's going to be pretty stark, I feel. 1 black. They are a little bit different size, but whatever. This is what I got. And then I'll do a teal. And a black. And then 3 of these guys. Kind of keeping them up here to the top because it just keeps my wire a little more easy to access here. Keeps them spread apart in the length, which makes it easy to string them on. Okay, and then a black one. Teal, black one, okay, let's pull those down. It's looking pretty cute. You're not. Hanging the way I want you to. There we go. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Now this one is probably not going to be as long as the other. I don't want it to be as long as the other one, so okay, I think I'm going to add 3 more tiles and then we're going to go ahead and end that. And I think I'll put this other charm on there. So that's looking pretty good. Alright, 3 more of these tiles to finish up our design pattern. Alright. Okay, it's right here. I'm going to do a little twist. And then I'm going to wrap one over the other just to give this a little bit of fun details. Razzle dazzle, if you will. I don't need too much, but I'm just going to wrap it anyway. Okay, and then we will create a wire loop with this. Is that going to go around there? I might have to spin some more. Okay, and we wrap. That's pretty cute. I like that. I like where we're going with that. Alright, snazzy. Now, to get this guy on there. Before I put him on there, I might add a charm here. We had pulled out this little bee, which is kind of cute. This guy's kind of cute. This is the symbol. I like that. What does it say? I am brave, I am fearless and strong. And I have heart with wings down there. I want to be calm while I'm doing it. So that's kind of cute. But I think I'll put it down here. Do I want to put that down there? I was thinking, oh, I'll put it on the top. Then it'll be bumping into this. I don't want that. But this could be cute. But then it has two. Yeah. I'll just add it to something else. It's not going to work out the way I wanted. Okay, so we're going to add this guy on by using one of their jump rings they've provided. These guys are like, you can barely see where they open. Okay. What kind of situation we got going on here? I think I might have to spin this guy. If I can. Ooh, I don't know if I can. I'm not going to spin it, I'm just going to add another jump ring. I don't like that. I don't think that was good. I nicked the top of my bead, but it's fine. This is for me anyways, so I don't care. Didn't break the bead. It just gave it a little chip. Don't do that. Just saying. Just didn't want to add 2 jump rings on here because that seems like a lot. Alright, we're doing pretty good. Okay. Now we have to make decisions here about what beads we are going to put onto the leathers. Okay. So obviously our larger beads are going to be an obvious choice, but we do have this 1.5, which let me try a couple beads here. Let me try a couple beads to see what we got available. I'm going to give this a cut at an angle, really sharp angle, so that it is easier to get into the bead. So I think these ones should fit. Yes. These ones should fit. Yes. These ones should fit. Yes. No to the check glass. Crystal. The crystal fits on there, y'all. Look at that. I like that. These fire polish should fit. Yep. So basically, the only ones that don't fit, these crystals might fit too. Heyo. So basically everything fits except for the pea beads, the check glass. I'm pretty sure these pearls are not going to fit. No. So everything else fits. So that's good. So that gives us more options. Now with our larger hole beads, we're going to want to place those onto the larger leather, obviously. So we have these like big chunky guys. If we wanted to put beads on the bottom, we could do that. I would probably cut this, but I'm just going to put it to see how, well, I might have to cut it. I wanted to see how it was going to look. I'm going to cut it at an angle. I don't know if I'm in love with this, but we'll see. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not horrible, but then you're gonna have to tie a knot in it. So that's up to you what you want to do with that. Let's try one of these. This will probably go on the two. This guy. It'll go on a two. It might even go on one of these. I'm sure. So basically, that's just a trial and error situation that you're going to end up with. Seeing which ones are going to fit on your leather, or your denim, or your ribbon, or whatever it is you chose to use. That's going to be a thing. Come here, you. That one's kind of cute. Now, I am going to put these porcelain ones lower down. I don't want them... You kind of got to watch out where you put them. You don't want them knocking into everything. So maybe up towards, just not near this, I guess I would say, is because that could be a problem. But I am going to put the knot, I think, down towards the bottom. So I am going to tie this one on and put this knot down towards the bottom, right here. That's all you need to do. Nothing crazy. If you want it up here, just leave it up there. You can put multiples on there. I'm going to put a few of these on here. This brown. Now I don't want these to hang in the same spot. So I'm going to go down with that one. And I'll put one down further just to get a little more weight. And this is also saving us from having to, if I can hold that. No. Saving us from doing some trimming, right? Okay, this is going to hold that one. That one does. Okay, so we got that on there. This guy here. You know, I'm going to try this. I have not done this before, but in my head it works out. I'm going to take the bottom of this, and I'm going to make a slit in... can I use this? This is not the correct scissor. Let me see. This is also not the correct scissor. I don't know where my... I don't know where my leather scissor is right now, but I'm gonna use my shears, my vintage shears, okay, because it's just a little safer. I'm gonna fold this. Okay, like this, and I'm going to cut it, just a slit, hopefully. Okay, there we go. Maybe need a little more than that. Don't know. So that it's like this. It looks like a hoof kind of situation. I think I kind of go a little more. Yeah. Okay, and then in my head, I can just slip this end through this little slit, like a topsy-turvy ponytail. Did that work? Did it work? Maybe I gotta go again. Wait. Hold on. I was thinking maybe I can go twice. I was thinking I would do that and then I wouldn't have to tie a big knot in the end of it. And it's flat leather. I don't know. We'll see. Although, it's not really working out the way I want it to. but I want it to hold this bead on there. Well, okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll untwist it. And what we'll do instead is we'll get this charm I wanted to put on, we'll put that on there. In this hole. Oh, is this jump ring big enough? Try the other side. There we go. That's kind of cute. And then that should block up the hole. Alright, we'll go with that. Little razzle dazzle. Okay, so we're still crazy town. Let's see what we got so far. Oh yeah, we got to put our beads on. Okay, so we got to put our beads on, our smaller beads. Okay, so I know you're like, Randy, what is happening? This is what's happening. Here's everything we got. So I'm going to start with some of these smaller beads, and again, I'm just adding them on. We've used the big ones. So now I am going, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put on one of these crystals. I like it. I'll put it over here. And I'm going to tie it kind of up to the top a little bit. Down a little. There we go. Right here, I'm going to do a knot. So, boom. We love that for us. Ooh. Did I go too much? Hold on. Oh. Ooh, I didn't go far enough. Okay, wait. Let's back it up a little bit. Not the best idea, but an idea nonetheless. Okay. We got this. Let's move this down an inch, half an inch, something. There we go. Now it's not clanking into that metal. Alright, let's put on whatever we want. A little fire polish. Little metal spacer sparkly bits. And one of these guys. What the heck? Let's go again. Let's go one more. Okay. Put a crystal. And put one of these heavy metal ones down at the bottom here. Give it that weight. Keep it in place. There we go. Alright, now the larger one here, we could probably get away with putting one of these guys on there. Let me put it on this side. Do we have some on this one? I mean, you don't have to put one on every piece of leather that you have, but, you know, it's whatever you want to do. It's pretty good. Let's put this other mesh one on there. I'll put this one kind of down a little bit. Yeah, that's cute. Alright, and we have one more little strip of this leather, and it's just a little guy, so I'll just put one bead on there, a couple beads. Let's use one of these cubes. We have not used one of those cubes yet. Do a couple cubes. put this bee on there. Does he fit on there? Oh yeah. And could do a cube on the bottom. I'll be honest with you, I don't think cubes are my favorite. Let's go crystals. Crystal, glass, bee, crystal. Yes, ma'am. Bring this one down. You wouldn't have to do 2 knots, but I'm gonna just for funsies. Alright, I think that's it, y'all. Nope, my battery's gonna die. So, I might have to... Okay, my camera died, so I had to switch batteries. Okay, so these are all of our leftover beads for the time being. I'm just gonna put this here. And now is where the fun begins. More fun. You're like, what? We're having more fun? No. So what we're going to do is you're going to want to come in and trim this if you want to. Okay. So if you want to trim off some of these, sorry, I want you to see the whole thing. I got mess, but don't worry about that. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're just going to come in with your cutter and you're going to start trimming away. You can hold it up if you want to and see where you want the trims to go. Kind of pull it down so everything is, you know what you're getting. Okay, so I'm just going to start trimming off. Let me use my scissor. I'm just going to start trimming off some of these. And when I'm trimming, I'm cutting at an angle of the leather. So like so. Okay. So it gives it a little bit of a finished look. Okay. So now these don't all have to be the same length. You can make them multiple lengths. I am going to come up here and trim off some of these round, this excess round right here. Okay. And you do what you want. Now this is scrap leather, so some of it is got curls on it. You know, you don't want that. You cut that off, whatever you want to do. You can make some of them really, really short. Some you could cut, if you have beads on, you can cut those off really short if you want to. If you want to leave them long, you can. It's completely up to you. I like this part. This part is really fun for me. I am going to give this a angle cut. I think I'll cut that off. Cut that off. It's be getting crazy and chopping away. Pretty soon you ain't got nothing left. It also depends on how long. See, this one's kind of curly-Q on that side. Just because it's curly-Q doesn't mean you have to cut it. What you can do for all tassels, leather, string, whatever you got, you can go in and mist with a little bit of water. Just a mist, a smidgen, a whisper, if you will, of water. Hang them up like this so they dry straight down. And all that curly-Q business is going to come out of there, okay? So don't even worry about that. We might have to do that with this little guy. This one little guy is a little funky. He's a little funky. Alright, so I'm just looking. And things look pretty good. I'm just holding it up so I can see. I think I will give this one a trim. White one. And you're going to see visually, like based on what colors you use, do you like it like that? Do you not like it? Do you want it to be tapered? What's going on? So yeah, there we go. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to call that a day. I might have to mist it, like I said, and get myself a little bit of this curly-Q's out in the back. But I am pretty happy with it. I especially like this polka dotted one that we did with the charm on. This one here. See, this one's curly-Q Crazy Town. Okay, let me zoom in. I will go upstairs and put this on one of my purses so you can see it, you know, in real life and its real action, right? But this is so fun, you guys. I had such a good time. I really like that we painted up all the leather pieces. This makes for a really cute little guy, you know. And you can move from purse to purse. I have a lot of, you could even use, you know, you could use this as a keychain, or you could use it as something to hang from your car mirror, or like anything you want to decorate. I'm very much a person, and I realize not everyone is like this, but I like things to be like, I can move them around. I can hook it on this. I can hook it on that. I could hook it on my necklace if I wanted to. I could hook it on my jacket. I could hook it on, like, I could hang it from the ceiling. Like, I'm very much that girl. I'm just like, oh, it has a hook. I love that, because then we can do different things with it. So this one, I'm making decisions. I'm making decisions still. No, there we go. So this is very much my speed. I'll show you it on a purse that I have or whatever. And, yeah, so I really did enjoy this, I did enjoy this project. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Again, this is from Special Tea by Softflex. We did have quite a few beads left as well for other projects. So there's always that, but I will go upstairs and I will put this on so you guys can see it. And yeah, here we go.